What is up, fam? Hey, this is PC. Welcome back to the Green Room Kids These Days podcast series. Super stoked that you are listening. Thank you so much for tuning in to the show. It is May. So, once again, we're in the home stretch. We're in testing season and graduation season and just all the things. And so, it's a stressful time of the year, but it's an exciting time of the year as well. For teachers, for administrators, for students. I am beyond excited today. Our guest is one of my favorite kids on the planet. I just think the world of this young man. His name is Luke Greller. He goes to Newberg High School out in Oregon. Luke, how you doing today, buddy?
Doing great. Thanks for having me, PC.
Absolutely, man. I'm super excited that we had the opportunity to connect and just to share a little bit of your story with the audience out there. And so let's start out with that. Who is Luke Greller?
I mean, I'd say I'm a busy guy. I like to stay busy with my sports. I play football, basketball, and golf. And then I participate in ASB at my school. So I help out at, after school events. Like we lead the freshmen around our school. We'll go over to the elementary schools and help out with stuff there. I'm a big Christian. I love going to my church and youth group. I've built a lot of great connections there. And yeah, when I find the time, I'm hanging out with my friends playing football or basketball or something like.
Yeah, so let's talk about then balance first and foremost, right? You're involved in so many things. You said three different sports, ASB, you have a social life as well. How do you find balance? What do you prioritize in your life?
Well, first and foremost, my faith I prioritize in my Bible every morning. It's a great way to start out my day. And then my mom always tells me school's first, so that's the next priority. So I'll make sure we're on top of all that. And then yeah, just really locking in during school hours because I've found that if I do that, I can really limit homework. And then outside of school, I can really focus in on sports. Yeah, and then hanging out with friends when I find the time.
Mom's always right, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can totally relate to that. Absolutely, man. And so let's talk about then your athletic career. You're involved in three different sports. Do you have a favorite? Like, is there one that takes precedence over the others, or are they all three equal? Like, how do you view those?
Well, I'm gonna be playing football in college, so that's definitely my favorite sport.
And where are you going?
It's an NAIA school out in Iowa, Northwestern College.
Okay, very cool. Oh, that's awesome, man. So I coached NAIA baseball for a year in
Nice.
Nashville, and just the talent level. It's one of those things. Like I coach at the junior college level, and I coach at the NAIA level. And a lot of times, like for whatever reason, some people look down on them. Oh, it's not Division One. Man, the talent level it's out of this world. Like it really is out of this world. So congratulations to you. Kudos to you for getting that opportunity. What position do you play?
Thank you. Yeah, tight end. It's gonna be fun.
Okay, that's awesome, man. And
Yeah.
you're not too far from Iowa City, Iowa Hawkeyes. That's my grandma graduated from there. I'm a big Iowa fan.
Nice. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that'll be cool. Let's talk about student leadership and ASB. How did you get involved in that? Why did you get involved with that? Like, what are your some favorite parts about ASB?
Well, I first started in ASB sophomore year. I was in it all of middle school, loved leadership. And then my big brother was in ASB and he was always telling me about these fun things they were doing. So I was like, I gotta do that. And I just absolutely loved it sophomore year and stuck with it for these last 3 years. It's been great. My favorite part about ASB, honestly, just all the people I get to meet and hang out. Like I'm a huge extrovert, so anyone I get to talk to is just awesome. And I've formed so many great friendships with people in ASB and like at events we go to. Yeah, that's definitely my favorite part, just the people I've met, friendships I've made.
And super cool, man. And so you guys have an amazing culture there on your campus. Of course, your principal, Mark Brown, is one of my dear best friends, somebody I think the absolute world of. But then you have just some rock star educators there, and I know obviously rock star student leaders like yourself. Let's talk about from a student perspective first, student recognition, student involvement. What are some of your favorite things? What are some cool activities that you guys do there at Newberg High School to get the student body involved and get them to buy into that culture that you have there?
One of my favorite things we do every year is rock, paper, scissors day. So at the beginning of the day, everyone's given a beaded necklace, and then you can play each other during in between classes and lunches. And if you win, best out of three match, you get that person's beads. So then by the end of the day, they'll come by our ASB classroom. Oh, and if you get 5 beads, you can challenge a teacher for their beads. So you could get the teacher's beads too. And then at the end of the day, they'll come to ASB classroom and we'll get 4 people, the top 4 finalists, to compete in an assembly the next day for the final. So that's just it's an easy way to get everyone in the school, active, doing something together, and everyone loves it. So it's really fun.
That's really cool. And that's something that you do once a year?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right. And so then tell me something else. Like what's another cool thing that you guys do there in terms of like a way to recognize students that maybe aren't normally recognized?
In our weekly newsletter, This Week in Newberg Nation, there's always some student spotlights out there, just like people who have really good grades. Cade Waters, one of my dear friends, committed or he's going to Princeton, which is super sick. But also it's some kids that non-seniors that may not get recognized, but they'll be in Newberg Nation, so it's always fun to read about them right there.
Yeah, yeah. I love the newsletter piece. And that's something that goes out, I'm assuming, to everybody in the community too. So like parents, adult supporters, all those kind of things there as well. Talk a little bit about if you were going back and you're going to be a freshman again. So you're coming into Newberg here, let's say this next fall, and knowing what you know now, you've been there for 4 years, you've gone through this whole experience. What would you go back and tell yourself? What advice would you give yourself?
Ooh, that's a great question. Honestly, I'd say, looking in the future, like looking towards the future is fun, like you should, but just enjoy every minute of it. Because every minute there's always something fun you're doing. And even when it feels like it's boring, you're going to be missing the boring. So just stay present in every single moment you got.
I love that's great advice, man. And it's so true. It's one of those things, it's about perspective, right? Like you don't realize how good you have it until you're gone, right? Because it only gets harder. It only gets more challenging, right? College is going to be a little bit harder. The real world, quote unquote, real world is a little bit harder because then you just have so much more responsibility and things that you have to pay for and you have to take care of and look out for and all the things that go along with it. So I love that so much. Just being present in the moment, taking advantage of every opportunity. What about clubs and activities? I know you said you're in ASB. Are you involved in any other clubs or extracurriculars there?
Yeah, I'm involved in a couple. I used to be a leader in Young Life, and I still go to Young Life, but that's a great extracurricular, just getting people together in fun community. I'm a leader on our FCA, Fellowship of Christian Athletes SALT team. It's just that's really great too because you can have it at school. We have it Wednesday mornings on our late start days. Yeah, just invite kids to come have breakfast and play games at the school. Great way to meet people. Super easy to invite people to.
Totally. Great way to get people connected, right? And involved in the things that you're doing there. So let's shift now, Luke, and let's talk about your staff members. And like, I'm sure you know this, it's hard to be a teacher. It's hard to be a teacher right now. It's harder right now more than it's ever been in the history of ever, right? And so we have to do everything that we can to pour back into our educators. How about a couple of cool things that you guys do there for your staff members to recognize them and just to make them feel special?
Oh, well, actually, something we just did, we had a committee in ASB on staff rec. So we had a dirty Italian soda bar. So we would pour, like the usual flavors, and we get some like fruit and other like root beer soda. And we had a bar for them in the faculty lounge, and that was super fun. But my favorite thing we do with the staff is incorporating them into our assemblies. So they'll be playing the games along with the kids, and it's just everyone loves just seeing the staff. We get to meet the staff because some people don't know who's playing. We get to introduce them, and everyone's laughing, everyone's smiling, and yeah, I love it when we can meet the staff rather than just kind of walking by them.
Totally, especially in a school of your size, right? That you have so many students and then so many educators, staffing members. It's hard to know everybody. And so when you get those opportunities, I love that just to be able to create a little bit of connection, put a name with a face, all those kind of things. And so I would love to hear more, Luke, about these assemblies. Would you call are these like academic pep rallies that you guys do?
Yeah, academic pep rallies, yeah, just you name it. But it's just the time where we get everyone in the gym for a good 20-30 minutes just for some loose fun, just playing games and hopefully trying to get everyone laugh a little bit. There'll usually be a prize, so, like, we'll have either a staff or a kid in the game representing a section, We sit by grade. And then if that section wins, we'll throw candy or shoot t-shirts up into that section. So it's really a good time.
That's awesome, dude. And how often do you have these?
We try to have them once a month.
Okay. Okay. Oh, that's great. And so that takes a lot of work. That's a lot of planning. Is that something that ASB is in charge of?
Yeah, so we'll have a lot of committees of different people on, which assemblies. It is a lot of work, but Miss Stutzman is really good at giving people jobs and kind of letting them take it from there. And I feel like this group, especially this year, we've been really good at staying on top of things, and we've kind of stayed ahead of that pace. So we haven't really fallen behind on assemblies.
That's awesome, man. And Miss Dutchman, she's an absolute rock star too, right? And just helps to put you guys in a position to be successful.
100%. Couldn't have asked for a better ASB teacher than Mrs. Stutzman.
Yes, that is so cool, man. And so I would love to hear about the future. Like what you're getting ready to go to college. We talked about you're going to get the opportunity to play college football, but beyond that, like what are your hopes? What are your dreams? What are your goals? What do you want to be?
That's a great question. I actually was talking to one of my teachers about that. And honestly, right now, I don't really know. I know I want to play football in college. I know I want to go into business, maybe sales. But I had a great conversation with one of my teachers, and they kind of told me it's okay not to know yet. And I'm kind of like, I'm confident in what I've learned so far in my life and kind of my foundation. So I'm just going to kind of take that and see where it leads me in the future.
I think again, man, that's great advice. I think it's one of those things, so many young people are under so much stress of I get asked the question all the time, how do you know what you want to be? And to your point, it's okay if you don't know, right? Like I just changed careers when I was 36, 37 years old to get into speaking. I didn't have any background in it. I don't have an education in it, right? So you never know what doors are going to open and what doors are going to close. But what's more important is the type of person that you are, right? Your character, your integrity, your work ethic. Do you show up on time? Do you put in an honest day's work, right? Can you be trusted? Like all those things. And so I think to your point, you're spot on with that. And you're well on your way to being successful because I know, like, again, you are an outstanding young man and you have so many of those characteristics already. The rest will work itself out. And if it is sales, I know this company called Jostens, they hire a lot of salespeople. So maybe that's something that's in your future too. We'll have to see what happens.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
No, right, right. I mean, you just never know. That's the thing, is you never know. Talk about so you're going from Oregon to Iowa for college. That's a long way from home. Are there any like fears there, anxiety there? Or you're like, you know what? Nope, I'm good. I'm ready to get out, get away, and get on my own.
I'm definitely gonna miss my mom's cooking. That's something I'm gonna miss a lot going over to Iowa. But on a real note, I am gonna be missing, kind of the routines and the rhythms I gotten used to here, especially just going home, seeing my family every day. I don't know quite how much I'm gonna miss them. I assume it's gonna be a lot. But my brother is over at the college I'm going to already, so I know that'll be good to go with him. So yeah, definitely be weird, but I think it's gonna be.
That's awesome that your brother's there. Like that'll help out tremendously. I've got a familiar face and somebody that I know, and I'm sure he probably has a friend group already too. So that'll help out with that transition there as well. I guess the other transition you'll have to deal with is the weather. And I know it gets cold sometimes in Newberg, but man, it's nothing like Iowa cold.
Yeah, nothing like Iowa. I'm not gonna be able to wear shorts year round for sure.
Oh my gosh, yeah, and the snow and, like, all the things that go with it, man, but really, it's a cool place. The Midwest is awesome. Sometimes, I always say it's like it's very underrated, like so many of those states, Iowa, Minnesota, Michigan, Wisconsin. There's so many cool little small towns where you can hang out with just awesome, awesome people, so I have no doubt that you're gonna have a great experience there as well. Tell me something that you're excited about, like, what's going on in your life, maybe right now, maybe something in the future, like, what's something that you're excited about, something that you're looking forward to?
Ooh, well, next week we have golf regionals, and if our team gets top 3 there, we go to Golf State, and I've played with these guys for, like, 5 years straight. So if we can make it to state, that'd just be so fun because we get a hotel. It'd just be a great way to end senior year with some people that I love being around. So that's what's been on my mind recently. I've just been thinking about that.
There you go, and so how is your golf game?
Golf game's pretty solid. I think I'm averaging like a 78 this year so far.
Okay.
So it's been pretty good. It's been fun.
Okay. That's awesome, dude. And you're a big kid. How far can you drive?
I can drive it out there. I think this year I'm averaging like 285, 290 on my driver when I can hit it straight.
Get it when you can hit it straight.
Yeah.
Yes, that's me. That's me. The baseball comes out in me, and it's just slicing, going just straight right. But I just love the feeling of just connecting with it, right? So, Mark, your principal is also, I would say, a pretty avid golfer. If I had to put the two of you head to head against each other, who's winning?
That's a good question. I don't know his handicap, but I feel like it'd be pretty close because he told me he went out to Bandon Dunes the other day and shot like a 78. So I don't know if I'm going out there and shooting 78s. I think it'd be a great match.
I feel like we may need to make this happen, and some kind of wager or something needs to be put on the line here. I don't know. This is like made for TV kind of stuff here.
It might have to be a pay-per-view event.
Yes, yes, yes. I love it. I may need to come out and like drive the cart for you guys or something just to like make sure I can take it all in. Man. Luke, last thing I want to do, what I always do at the end of the shows is what we call Heart a Teacher. And so it's just an opportunity for you to give a shout out to an educator or multiple educators if you'd like to that have made a positive impact on your educational career. So I'm going to hit mute on my end and Heart a Teacher.
I love this. This is a great segment. Well, first, Mrs. Stutzman, she's just so awesome. She hides the stress very well because running an ASB class with, like 22 kids running around all hectic is not easy. And I definitely couldn't do it. So she's just a trooper. Don't know how she does it, but she's been doing it. MB, just took on the job this year, took it in stride. Yeah, just taking the responsibilities of a principal above and beyond this year. Yeah, really, yeah, it's just God, I could thank so many people right now. It just comes down to the point where, like, I can't really think of too many teachers at our whole school that I, like, don't have anything good to say about. It's just whoever's been recruiting the teachers at NHS for the past 15 years, 20 years has been doing a great job because I don't have anything bad to say about any of these teachers.
That's awesome, man. It's been a great experience. And like I said, I've been there multiple times. And so, I can second everything that you're saying. It's just an amazing, amazing culture that you have there. And I told you that was the last question, but in your answer there, you made me think about another one. You had to go through this transition of getting a new principal. And so, talk about that from a student's perspective. Was that stressful? Was it exciting? Did it help because Mark was already there and you kind of had a relationship with him? Like, what was that like from a kid's perspective?
Well, I know for me, it was pretty comfortable because I already had a great relationship with MB and I knew who he was. So I knew it was gonna be okay, but I had a few underclassmen friends that didn't really know MB. And they're kinda worried, like, what if he changes stuff up, not in the way we want? And I kinda reassured them that MB is the guy we want on this job. And, it's been great. MB just his main concern is listening to the student body. So I feel like if that's priority number 1, you can't really mess this up.
I think from a student's perspective, you can't ask for much more than that, right? When you have an administrator that listens, because again, that's another thing that I hear all the time, both from students and from teachers, is that my administrator won't listen, my administrator won't give us a chance, they won't get on board. And so I just think, to your point, that's just a testimony to Mark and just to the type of human being that he is and the type of leader that he is as well, right?
Oh, 100%.
That's awesome, man. Well, Luke, I know you're super busy. I can't thank you enough for making the time to be on the show, man. Super, super proud of you. Good luck in the golf tournament next week. I'll have my fingers crossed and I'll be keeping up and hoping that you guys make it to state. And then, yeah, we'll have to see what we can do to make this one-on-one matchup with you and Mr. Brown take place out there on the golf course sometime.
Gotta remember to bring my cash for that one.
That's right, man. That's right. Well, thanks again, dude. I appreciate you, man, and look forward to seeing you soon.
Yeah, thanks for having me, PC. You're the best.